Give me you. Everything else can wait. Give me you. I hope I'm not too late. Lord, give me you.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Kadriz, and you already know today is Free Yourself Friday. And before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that you can know when I'm posting and things like that. Right now I'm definitely posting every Friday, but I will soon start posting more frequently than I do now. So make sure you stay tuned, and make sure you like and comment, and let me know what you like, what you don't like, things like that. If you want on a good topic or it's not a good topic, let me know some topics that y'all want me to cover. I'm definitely down to doing whatever people want to see me do. But for now, I do talk about things that I believe that the world needs to hear, and that's about it. Make sure y'all follow me on my social medias. I'll put the links down below so that y'all be able to click on them and see me. Other than that, let's get into today's topic, okay? Have you ever had your whole life planned out, or had something planned out and it didn't go as planned, but it still worked out for your good? Well, that's how it is when people have their whole life planned and they never confirmed it with God. Sometimes we make plans about our life, about our future, and we forget that God has the true plans to our future and to our whole life. God knows who we are before we even come into our mother womb. Our life is already ordained. God already knows what we're going to do, what He put us on the earth to do. He knows our purpose and all of that. So that's why you need to make sure when you make plans for your life that you make sure those plans is confirmed with God. Make sure they align with His plans that He had for you. Or else it's really not about to work out. Like, His plans is going to always oversee what we got going on. And that's why a lot of people think that, oh, they're going to be a singer and they don't end up being a singer. Or a lot of people become something and they like, wow, I never thought I was going to be this. Things like that. That's because, God already has His own plan for you. So make sure, that you are keeping that in mind when you make up your mind about what you want to do and be in life. And also, it just comes with everything. Like, not just your career, it's your lifestyle, everything. It's really like society really taught us to plan our whole life. That's why we do have a habit of planning our whole life. Ever since we were younger, it was always, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? When we graduate high school, is what do you want to do? What do you want to go to college for? What you have to know now. What do you want to do? You have to be working on it right now. And nobody never asked us. My nose is itching. Nobody never asked us. What do God have for you? What do God want you to do? What did God put you on earth to do? What is your purpose in life? Nobody never asked us that. And maybe some people, for you, you have heard that. I know there's a lot of people out there like me that they never heard nobody say, what does God has for you? Or what do God want you to do? And things like that. It was always more so like, well, what do you want to do? Whatever you want to do, you can do. Things like that. And yeah, whatever we want to do, we can do. But it also has to line up with God, or else it's really not going to work out. So that's why it's real important to make sure you are confirming your plans with God, confirming your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your lifestyles, confirming your plans, confirming everything with God, because you need to make sure it aligns the way He has for you, So too many times people try to be God over their own life, and you can't be God over your own life. If you can be God over your own life, you won't be making no mistakes. You know what to do all the time. But you will never be sad and never be none of that, because you already know what's going to happen and all that. Fortunately, we already have a God, so you don't even have to try to do all that. All you have to do is seek Him and seek what He has for you. You can save yourself a lot of time and effort by making sure you are in line with God's plan. Because if you continue to try to go against the plan, it's just going to give you a lot of hassle, and you're going to be the one over here that's stressed out all the time. You know, that's the problem with a lot of people right now. They want to know why they don't find peace in their life and why their life is always so hectic and things like that. And it's because you keep trying to go against the plan that God has for you. That's why. You will never have true peace or none of that if you're not going with the flow that God has for you. So sometimes you have to just go with the flow that God got for you. Sometimes things won't come and it's going to be like a little hectic, but you will get to a point where everything will be, you know, because life is full of trials and tribulations. So I'm not saying, oh, if your plan is aligned with God, you'll never have trials and tribulations. No. But for people that never see peace, never see none of that, yeah, that's because clearly something is wrong with your situation. Clearly you're doing something that God didn't tell you to do. So just like if you're in a bad relationship, it's going to constantly be a rocky because of the fact that that's not the relationship you're supposed to be in. If you're in a relationship that you're supposed to be in, you'll have those times where it's like a lot of times it's smooth. You'll have your ups and your downs, but it still will be smooth for the most part because love ain't meant to be crazy or hectic 24/7. So you can't resist the plans that God got for you. Like it just won't work. So stop trying to resist the plans that God got for you if you are trying to resist the plans that God got for you. Because sometimes, you know, it hurts. Sometimes it hurts to know that, oh my goodness, I wanted to really be this in life, but God is showing me that that's not what He called me to do. You know? So sometimes it hurts. So sometimes it really do take strength and character to be able to say, okay, God, I see what you're doing. I see that this is not what you called me to do. I need to be going down this path. You know, sometimes it hurts, and you really have to be strong enough to be able to deny yourself so that you can do what He's asking you to do. Because as humans, you know, we have pride, we have, you know, we just have passion for the things that we want to do sometimes. And if somebody tell you that something that you want to do all this time is something that you can't be doing, you're going to be a little bit upset about it. But just always know that the plan that God has for you is way better than the plan you ever had for yourself. Way better. Way better. And a lot of times, the only thing that you might see that's different, I guess, from your plan and God's plan is maybe where you wanted to go, it was you wanted all this money, but maybe where God's telling you to go is it's enough money for you to be stable, but it's not the, you know, money dropping out of windows and things like that. But the thing about it is maybe you was never going to get there in the first place. Well, it's not even a maybe. You was never going to get there in the first place, but that's just something that you wanted because you was, you know, of the flesh and you was being lustful and things like that. You know, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, wanting to do stuff, but when you know that God is telling you that this is not the plan for you, you definitely need to just pack up your stuff and go down that path. Because, you know, what God says is what God says. But God always work it out for your better. That's the thing about it. That's why you should never want to go against His plan, because He will always work it out for the better. God will never take nothing from you and not replace it with something better. Okay? And I'm a witness of that. He will never take nothing from you and not replace it with something better. So you might be feeling like it's taking long for Him to replace the better, but He will replace the better, and it's always on God's timing. So in life, we just really have to be patient and learn how to go with the flow of God, because that's the only route to go, is going with the flow of God. And, you know, no matter if you want to do it or not, you need to be an obedient servant of the Lord. And being obedient, it was really what gets you, you know, to where you need to be. Because sometimes, you know, you might not want to go out and go do this for this person, but God is telling you, go out and go do this for this person. So don't get caught up in making your own life plans that you forget that God got His own plans for you, and you don't go and align your plans with God's plans. Don't ever get too busy and too caught up in yourself that you start to resist what God got for you. Make sure you're always confirming your dreams, your goals, your plans, your aspirations, your lifestyles, whatever it is that you want to do. Make sure you're always confirming it with God, because that's the only way, you know, things is going to really work out the way you want it to work out. It saves you a lot of time, a lot of hassle, a lot of stress, all of that. And always remember that the plan that God has for you is way better than the plan you got for yourself. You may not believe it at that very moment. That's because you're going through it, and it's understandable. But believe it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you got a lot of examples how God took something from you and replaced it with something better. I'm pretty sure we got a lot of people that can testify for that. And sometimes a lot of people, you know, that haven't yet became deep into God and stuff like that, or if you don't believe in God, you might not feel like, oh, God did this and God did that, but in reality it was God that did that, because God is always there for their children. Whether or not you believe him or not, he's still your father. So, you know, your time will come when you will come and you will see that he's God, he who he is, and you'll believe in him too. So just know that God always got your back. God loves you. God hears your prayers. He sees what you're going through. He sees all and knows all. And God is working out for your good as we speak right now. So stay focused. Just never be afraid, you know, to seek God, and, you know, never be afraid to drop all your plans to go do the plans that God has for you. Because I promise you, what God has for you is way better than what you already have for yourself. And that's real. But you already know, it's your girl Kadrice. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back.